Nobody comes to a commencement to hear a speech. They come only to cheer and applaud a happy graduate. And with that in mind, I promise not to keep you long. But there's one thing I'm going to do to at least increase the chances of your remembering your commencement speaker. I'm now going to call a bus to Houston, something I've been doing off and on regularly since the 1950s, because that's when I worked as a ticket agent in a Continental Trailways bus depot in a place called Victoria, Texas, while I was going to a small junior college. And this is what I did. May I have your attention, please? This is your last call for Continental Trailways, 8:10 p.m., Silverside air-conditioned through liner to Houston. Now leaving from lane 1. For Inez, Etna, Ganado, Louise, El Campo, Pierce, Wharton, Hungerford, Kenneton, Beasley, Rosenberg, Richmond, Sugarland, Stafford, Missouri City, and Houston. Don't forget your baggage, please. Now you may wonder why in the world I would do something like that. Well, first of all, it proves beyond a shadow of a doubt, if you learn something early, well, and it's totally irrelevant, you'll never forget it. It's important because it was the first time I was ever paid money to speak into a microphone. But most importantly, I think it's safe to say that there are no other commencement speakers here at Wesleyan or anywhere else who have the skills to include a bus call in their room. So it increases the chances of you remembering me. Important because it was the first time I was ever paid money. I have only a couple of real commencement-like messages to make. First and foremost, graduates of the class of 2007, keep in mind that this is in fact 2007, and next year is 2008, which in my professional journalistic opinion may very well be the most important presidential election year of your, my, and several other generations. We have a war going on, a conflict that has aroused passions that go to the heart and soul of what we are about as the United States of America. Sores and minds have been opened, as have mouths and wounds, about how we exercise the enormous power we have as Americans. Political, economic, and cultural power, as well as military. The debates among pairs of people one-on-one and among thousands and millions about it all must be raised, and I would strongly urge that every one of you participate in those debates. On the war, I'm sure you have noticed that the ages of most of the young Americans who are doing the fighting and dying in Iraq, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, your age, your generation. Whatever your opinion going into the war or now, 4 years later, I would urge each of you, as well as everyone else in this audience and everywhere else, to keep in mind that each of us makes decisions about what to do with their lives. Those men and women chose a career in the military. That makes them no better, no worse than you or anyone else who chooses to do something else. But they are in fact risking, and in some cases giving their lives. And they do so in your name, in my name, our names, in the name of our country. So bottom line, please, cheer them when they come home, no matter what your view on Iraq, support what's happening, hate what's happening, cheer them when